welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, and today we are going to be doing another one of my crafting podcasts. If you're new here, this is where I talk about all of the fun craft things that I've done. I do knitting, spinning, crochet, sewing, quilting, whatever. So that's all going to be happening right here. I do want to apologize. I was going to try and get one up in December for you guys because I know I have a few winners that I needed to announce. However, with Vlogmas every day, yeah, it just was a lot of videos. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed Vlogmas. If you didn't watch that, you can always go back and check that out. We uploaded a video every day in December, just kind of going through our day with you guys, and it was a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and dive right into today's craft podcast. I think we'll start off with knitting. So I cast on this hat. Actually, I did it, I think, in November, and it's just got this little diamond kind of color work on it, and they're just going to alternate going up. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure if you can kind of see that fuzzy halo going on there, but I am using a mix of mohair, and this one is actually like an alpaca blend, so it's really soft. So this one is this Dye For Me Plymouth yarn baby alpaca, so it's super soft and it's got a little bit of a sparkle in it. And then I apologize, I actually cannot find my band for this one. It's just a really soft baby pink mohair, and I kind of want to say it's from Hue Loco. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, I thought it was in my bag and I can't find it. And then the main color is this really pretty color by Legacy Fiber Arts. It's called Festival Foliage, and it's a really pretty, fun, kind of speckly pink color. So all of those things combined are making this really fun, soft, and fluffy hat pattern. So if this ends up turning out into something that looks decent, I will write up a pattern. But for right now, it's just a new cast on that I did. No pattern, I'm just kind of winging it. And so far I love it though. It's nice and soft and squishy. Okay, and then my next cast on, which I almost don't even want to show you because this is how much I've cast on, but I am excited about this project. I got this beautiful, fun yarn, and this is from Leo and Roxy, and it's one of their, here's their tag, and I can't remember exactly what this kit is called, so Marled Sock Kit, okay. So anyways, I started off a sock, and I did this during Vlogmas. I actually started it, and I did not like how it was going. So I pulled it all out, started over. This is what I have so far, obviously not very far, and I don't even know if I'm going to finish it in socks. I might actually change over and do a hat. So my plan is to do a stripe of white, then the hot pink, then the white, and then the black and white marled for either a sock or a hat. But yeah, anyways, that's as far as I've gotten, you guys. So I'm hoping to do these Astrid socks. These are by Tracy from the Grocery Girls, and they're super cute, but I didn't have this kind of lighter pink color, and I just didn't have anything that I liked that went with it. And the white was almost like too much white. So anyways, either I'm going to try and find a lighter pink, or I'm going to do the white, hot pink, white hat situation. So I'll keep you posted. And I have that in one of my little tote bags that I sewed. I think I showed these in a previous podcast. My next thing is a FO here, and I am super excited. This was my Knit Miss beanie, and I sewed one of these, I think, last year. When did I come out with the Knit Miss beanie pattern? Maybe it was the middle of this year. But anyways, these are perfect for all those little Advent mini skeins that you have. And so I finished this right at the end of right before Christmas, just like the night before Christmas. So I actually made it through and finished it. So these skeins of yarn were from my Yarn Inc. 2020 Advent calendar. They just come in little minis, and so they're perfect for projects like this. And then I went ahead and put this fun, so this is a nice kind of grayish blue palm color. This is from McPorter Farms Palms. Here is their tag, and I actually got this from one of our local yarn shops, but you can at least see the name there, and they do have a website, so you can check their website as well. But look at how pretty and fun and fluffy this is. But I did want to show you how I attach the palm. So I just went ahead and sewed it on. It's actually a snap-on palm, but I still put this little button on the bottom, and I just run the threads through it and then tie it in the back. And then that actually just kind of makes your palm a little bit more stable. I think it just looks nicer, and kind of have my hair up today, but let's go ahead and see how this beanie looks. So here we go. Super cute. I love all of the different textures in this beanie, and then of course the different colors are really fun, and you can definitely use any of your scraps or those mini advents or your Advent mini skeins that I was talking about to do these projects. So this is a really fun one. So glad I finished that. And then my next finish is my big one because as you guys have seen, I've been working on my very first sweater. This is the Seven Sisters top by Sloan Gillum LaCase, and I finished my sweater. Here it is, all done. I'll insert some video right here of me wearing it because it actually fits. The neckline is a little bit wider than maybe I wanted, so maybe next time I would go up a little bit on the neckline, you know, just add a few more rows on the neckline so it wasn't quite as wide. But it's actually really cute. It fits really well. This chunky yarn is just so nice and squishy and soft, and I think it's like a nice kind of it's heavy, but it wasn't hot. Like it feels nice and breathable. So the yarn was Big Sky yarn, so it is a cotton blend, and so I think that might be helping with the wearability of it. But I haven't blocked it or anything. I literally just finished this like a couple days ago. I mean, literally just finished. So hot off the presses. This one is their Blue Sky, and it's in the Dusty Miller colorway. It's a worsted, so it's nice and chunky. So yeah, that was such a fun project. I'm really happy to have it done though. I can say I finally completed my first sweater, which is so exciting, and it fits, so double bonus. All right, I thought I would go ahead and show you my progress on my knit collage shawl, or actually, what is it called? It's a scarf, not a shawl. Here's the right side of it, so it looks a little bit nicer. I honestly have not had much time to work on this, and I probably should let Katie work on it because it's actually very easy and she could practice her yarn overs. These big needles are so easy to work with. I mean, they do kind of they're clunkier, I will say that, and so my hands get a little bit more tired when I'm doing these really kind of clunky needles, but the project goes so incredibly fast. And so this is the Chevron Sunrise Shawl. Here is a picture of it, and I know I've shown it before when I first started it, but it's really easy, and you can of course use any yarn you want. You don't have to use the Knit Collage yarn, and I've showed some of their yarns before, but I think I'm going to not have enough. So I either need to do, well, I have two options. I can either tear this out and make it into a hat, which is my go-to, or I might need to get a few extra skeins of yarn so that I can finish this off. I'm doing it a little bit differently because I think it calls for 2 of these little mini bundles. It's like a mini skein kit. I will link it below that I purchased for it, but they are a little bit pricey, and I know the money goes to support women in India, so I'm all for that, but they still are a little bit expensive. So I may try and fill in with some of this chunky white one, which was a little bit less expensive, and see what I have in my stash, and this might just become a really scrappy kind of item. But anyways, this is how far I've gotten on it. I think I was only to here, maybe last time I showed it to you, I can't remember, but I did want to show it again because it really is one of my favorite projects and it's a lot of fun to knit on, and maybe if I give it to Katie, she'll knock it out for me. So I think that's all I have for knitting right now. I didn't have a whole lot of time to do projects this December because filming Vlogmas is just a lot of work, and so I really didn't have a whole lot of time to get projects done. So that's all I have for that. So the next thing I wanted to share with you is our merch. So if you were watching any of the Vlogmases, you started seeing it all coming in, and we have been putting up our own merch in Teespring. So I will make sure to link that in the description box below this video. I'm wearing one of the hoodies. So this one is called Sewing with Erica, and as you can see, it's black, and then I put 3 different little quilt blocks down there. And then if I can get closer for you, it's got just this little sewing detail around here with a cute little sewing needle at the top. So I love that one. We also have a Sewing with Jax series of merch you can grab, and this one is so cute. So she put him in his little basket. He's got some yarn on one side and then a little thimble or a little spool of thread on the other side. And as you can see, he's in his basket right now. So this one is so cute. We love it. This one is called Sewing with Jax. And I think for all of our designs, we put up hoodies, t-shirts. There's a little zipper pouch, which I'll show you in a second. We have mugs, and I think I did some face masks just for fun as well. So anyways, we do get kickbacks from the proceeds of these sales, so it helps support our channel. So I just want to thank you in advance for buying them. But honestly, I just think they're so cute. And I will say that size-wise, I think they're really true to size. I actually ordered larger because I never know with online purchasing. I always feel like the clothes are a little bit smaller. But these are really true to size. So they're actually a little bit big on me, which I love anyway, so that's totally fine. But yeah, so we've got that one. So here's the next design. This one is also another Sewing with Erica, and we just did this little cute banner, some colorful sewing machines on it, and that one is also available in all of the different styles as well. And then we have another one, which I'll have to insert a picture of here because we did not get it yet, but it's called Jax in the Box, and it's Jax in a Box. Speaks for itself. Anyways, it's super cute, and I had to order some hoodies of those for my kids because they all love that one. And then here is the zipper pouch version of that. And then it's just got a metal zipper. I mean, it's nothing super fancy, so just a zipper pouch. It's got this tag I need to cut out of it. But yeah. Anyways, I'll link the store below. You can go check it out. But I just want to thank you all in advance because I know some of you have already purchased some of those through our Vlogmas videos. And so all of that really helps us out and supports this channel. So thank you so much. I hope you guys like the designs. If you have any questions or anything, just leave those in the comments below and I will get back to you for that. Let's go ahead and jump into spinning because I did finish up some yarn actually. So here is one of my cakes. Now this one actually isn't done. I still need to ply this. I'm just gonna ply it, I think, with a white. That or I might actually ply it back on top of itself. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll do it on top of itself because it's all nice and chunky and definitely hand spun feeling. And if I ply it back on itself, it'll be super chunky and then maybe I can just do like a really fun bulky hat with it. So that is one of them. I will try and insert the picture of the original fluff somewhere here for you to see. But this was one of my most fun cards. I don't know, it was just super colorful and a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but I really love how it turned out. Here is the next one, and this one actually, I think I showed half of it. I think I was half done in the last podcast, so this one is fully done. I didn't have as much fiber for this one, so I probably will ply this with just like a white or something. I don't think I have enough to ply it back on itself and then have... Maybe I do, I'm not sure, but have enough for a project. But this was just a really soft gray and I used a ton of different fibers, so I'm not even 100% sure what's in this right now. But it was basically a mix of grays, whites, and then I just threw in a bunch of scraps from underneath my drum carder. So every time I card fiber, you know, stuff falls underneath there, and I really just grabbed all those and just threw it into this. And so I think it gave it like just a really nice kind of speckly look to it. So I'm actually really pleased with how this one is turning out. Here is one I spun over Vlogmas, and so you can kind of see it's got a nice little halo going on it, but this was kind of my Christmas colors. I wanted it to look a little candy caney, which I think it does, and this one really was not a lot, so I will be plying this with like a white mercerized cotton just so that I can get enough yarn to do something with. I think this one came in at just under maybe like a sport weight or... somewhere in between fingering and sport. I mean, it's not perfect because it's hand spun, and it's so funny because when you first start spinning, you try really hard to spin really fine and thin and consistent and even, and then once you kind of get the hang of that, I think I just got a little bit bored with that and I wanted to go back and start spinning some more texture and chunk and like, you know, just something a little more fun that actually looks hand spun. And so that's what I've been trying to do. It's actually a little bit harder than you think to go back and then start spinning chunky. So anyways, I think these were pretty good representations of what I was going for. This one definitely this is for sure like kind of a more artsy kind of, I don't know, bulky, lumpy yarn. So this is probably my favorite one though. I really love how it turned out and I can't wait to get it plied up and then knit into some kind of fun beanie. And then I do have a finished one, and I think this was on the bobbin last time that you saw that. If my camera will stop blowing it out. There we go. This one was fiber from Wound Up Fiber Arts, and this is their Nest colorway. And I ended up with 180 yards of like a DK Sport or Aran, what's the next one up? Aran weight yarn. And I really love the colors. They're really nice and mellow, and they've just kind of got, I plied it back on itself. So it's just kind of got this really nice, just sea foamy kind of color going on. So it's really pretty. I feel like I did a good job with keeping the colors together and not getting super muddy either. So I really like this. I didn't want it to be a gradient, but I didn't want to just lose all of that color. So I think it blended together really well, and I'm super excited for this finish. So that's all I have for spinning. Let's jump into the quilting and sewing. So if you guys were watching my Vlogmas, you'll see that we sewed one of our bags on there. If I can, I'll insert a picture of it right here. It was really fun and cute. I used one of the little mini charm packs that I got in my Stitch Supply Co. advent calendar, which was so much fun to open every day. But I also sewed these cute little gift bags, and so they're just little drawstring gift bags. They're perfect for like things like cookies or just smaller gifts. And actually, after, I didn't do this on purpose, but when I was done sewing them, I realized that they actually fit like a jelly roll inside. So they would be such a fun little gift, I think, for, you know, if you have a sewer or quilter in your life, you could just make these cute little bags for them, put some fun little jelly rolls and maybe a couple other little goodies inside there, and they would be really cute bags. So this tutorial is live on my channel, so definitely check that one out. They're just cute little tiny fun bags. The next sewing item that I did this December was these. So these are my Quilt As You Go pot holders, and oh, I forgot to cut off a thread. Pretend like that you didn't see that. But these are a lot of fun, and they just have solid backings on them, and then they were, like I said, quilt as you go. And so as you can see, I just kind of randomly added strips and quilted them as I went, hence the name. And I think they were just really fun. I would say that these both took like, I don't know, I mean, I was filming at the same time I was making them, but you could really probably make one in like maybe 20 minutes or something. They're really fast, and they're perfect for scrap busters as well, because you can just grab any strips you have. You can sew a couple strips together to make them long enough. They can be thinner, thicker, it really doesn't matter, and you can just put them together in any way that you like. So, but I think these make really fun gifts, and then you could put them in like a little gift basket with some other cooking supplies or whatever, or you could just give them by themselves because they're super cute. These are also great projects for kids. And in this video, I showed you a little sneaky way to do the binding on smaller projects, because binding can be really fidgety, especially if it's a small project. And so I thought it was like a nice, clever way to do binding on something where you didn't have to really kind of try and make it fit perfectly. So anyways, this video is live. I'll make sure to link it below this video as well. But yeah, another one of my sewy finishes. So my quilt highlight for this time is actually going to be this chicken quilt. Now, I can't remember, I showed it on Instagram, but I don't know if I ever showed it here. So I thought I would show it to you guys because it's finally done. And I've just got this little low kind of, just this tiny little print in an aqua color on the back. And then I did this fun black fabric for the binding. This fabric on the front is all poppy cotton fabric, I believe. Yeah, it's all a mix of poppy cotton fabrics. And so each little chicken is different, and I'll try and see if I can kind of get them all on here. And then here's the bottom row of chickens. And then for the sashing, I actually just did a 9 patch and then a couple little half square triangles there. It might be kind of hard to see because I did sort of a gray on white there for the sashing, and so it just makes it really kind of just neutral. It doesn't stand out in your face, kind of like my Peppermint Pines quilt back here. I really like that gray. It gives it a little bit of dimension, but it's not like bam in your face, you know? And so I just thought it was really nice and chill. So I am going to try and get this pattern out. A lot of you have requested the chickens when I showed the original block, so I will try and get this out for you guys. But I did want to mention the chickens were inspired by the poppy cotton chicken quilt pattern. It was super cute, but I did change it up some, and so I asked them and they were totally fine with me putting out the pattern for this. So I will be able to do that for you guys, but I did want to show you the quilt just so that you could kind of see it, because I don't think it was finished in the last time I showed it. I think I just had the blocks. I don't think the actual quilt was done. So yeah, anyways, that was another finish I had. So I do have another little section called What's New at Fat Quarter Shop. They're getting in a lot of new supplies, and since I already do unboxings for them, they have agreed to send me some of their newer products so I can show them on this podcast, and that way you guys can kind of see what they have in stock. So I'm going to start off with their foundation paper piecing, and they have them in 2 different sizes. So they have these little 6.5 inch or 12.5 inch blocks, and this is their pineapple one. And they come with each package comes with 42 sheets per pad, and then your unfinished blocks finish at 6.5. And if you haven't ever done foundation paper piecing, definitely check their website. Kimberly does a ton of tutorials on these so that you can kind of see how to do it, because it is a little bit backwards from how you would normally sew something together. But once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. And since you're sewing literally right on the lines of this paper, your blocks turn out immaculate. I mean, they're very nice, clean lines. Everything lines up when you're done. It's just amazing. So this is the first design. They also have this one, which is the economy block. And then they have this one, which is the log cabin, which I think this one is probably my favorite, because log cabins are easy to put together, but they can get kind of squirrely just because there's so many long straight seams in them. When you're sewing, especially on those bigger blocks, they can get a little bit wavy and wonky. So I really like the idea of sewing right onto the paper for these. And I did want to just open up one really quick so you can kind of see what it looks like. The paper sheets look like this, and then as you can see, they're numbered, and you just sew on in number order. So you start with little square 1 and 2, sew those, then you add piece 3, then piece 4, 5, 6, and so on. And so you really are just following the numbers and adding the pieces just like it told you to. It's kind of like a puzzle or a paint by number type of thing, only with fabric. And so I think they're really great. So I don't remember how much these retail for. I will have to look that up, but I really do like this log cabin one. This is probably my favorite, and I really like that they come in both different sizes because that way you can kind of choose. And you can make these blocks scrappy. You can do anything that you want, and they all come out perfect. So these are awesome to have. And then the next thing that they released recently were these Kimberly's cutting mats. These are rotating cutting mats, which is awesome. So they have this larger size, which is, what is it, 12.5-inch square, and this one is 5.5-inch square. And actually, now that I'm doing that, I almost wish it was 6.5. But if you're watching Fat Quarter Shop, maybe make one that's a little, like 8.5 would be good. So they do have them in 2 different sizes, and then on the backs, they do roll. And I did show this in my gift guide as well because I had these for giveaway. But they do rotate on the back. So this sits on your cutting mat, and then the top of it rotates around. So here it is out of the box, and then here's the back side. And when you set it on your table, this kind of sticks to your table. And then as you can see, the top side just rotates around. And so you can rotate your mat and not your fabric, which is really helpful because if you're picking up your fabric and moving it to try and recut it, it can kind of, especially if you're stacking layers and things like that, it can kind of get wonky. This way you're not actually moving that at all. You can just move the mat and you don't have anything shifting while you're trying to cut. So I think these 2 products are definitely going to be a hit in my sewing room, and yeah, I will definitely be using these quite a bit. They're also really nice quality cutting mat on the front side. They feel nice and thick and durable, and I think that they'll be lasting for quite a while, so yay. One of the other products that's relatively new, but it has been out for a little bit, is this seam roller. This is by Lori Holt, and I actually use this quite a bit. I love the fun color. I will use this all the time for pressing my seams when I don't want to get up and head to the iron. I just kind of sew, I'll press really quick, and I used it for my Quilt As You Go placemats. So I would add 1 piece, press it open with this seam roller, and then just keep on sewing, and I didn't even iron this whole thing until I was all the way done. So it can be really handy. The other thing I love these for is for kids, because then they aren't using a hot iron. It's not dangerous for them, and it does actually a really good job of pressing seams. So this is probably one of my favorite notions that I have in my sewing room, and yeah, it's you can get this at Fat Quarter Shop, like I said, and it's just one of my faves. And that's really all I have for some of the projects I've been working on. I do want to share some fun acquisitions that I have with you, and then we will go over our winners from last time. So let's go ahead and start out with some poppy cotton fabric that I got. So they recently sent me a couple of bundles of their new lines that are releasing this 2021. So I have permission to sneak peek them for you. And I did show these in more detail in my Vlogmas videos, so definitely check those out. But this first one, let's see, let's do it in order. March, April, May. Okay, so let's start off with this one. So this one is called Goose Creek Garden, and this one is releasing in March, and it's just this really fun, pretty line. It's got this kind of maroony, mauve color in it, and then it's got a beautiful lighter blue color. It's not quite, it is a little bit of an aqua color, I guess. The fun green, and I love also the graphics on their fabrics. They're just beautiful. There's some stripes and some florals, very soft and feminine feeling, and then of course these fun pinks as well. And then here's the top one. So this one again was Goose Creek Garden. This will be releasing in March. This next one is called Kaisley Rose, and this one is coming in April, and it's got beautiful reds in here. A little bit lighter pinks at the top up here, but there's some fun greens. There's a nice light bluish kind of color. Again, I feel like signature. Look at how cute those flowers are. A couple of geometric prints in there as well, and then it gets into this beautiful light pink color. And I love these little plaids as well. So this one again is Kaisley Rose, and this top fabric, I just want to pull this one out so you can kind of see it, because it has the most adorable little drawings on it. There are beehives, there's or bees, there's little houses, there's a tree, some little birdies, flowers. It's just so cute. And then there's some deer on there. So very, very cute. So that one is Kaisley Rose, beautiful color palette. And then this last one, which is I think one of my new favorite ones, is Farmgirls Unite. I love the name. I love the color scheme of it. This one is going to be releasing in May. And so it's got some blacks on it here. Some fun florals as always. Look at those designs. They're so beautiful. And I'm going to show you this in a little more detail because this is the cutest print. They've got some fun yellows. They've got some fun blues in there. It's a lighter blue, some greens, and then we get into some reds. This line is absolutely adorable, you guys. I cannot wait to do some tutorials with it. And then some white, and then some light pinks. And let's just take a look at this adorable print here. I mean, there are so many fun little gardening things on there. There's some chickens, there's some cows, there's these little boots are quite possibly one of my faves. It's just so incredibly cute. There's little garden gloves, all of those. So this one is probably one of my new faves. I love this line and I can't wait to make some fun stuff with it. So again, this was Farmgirls Unite and this releases in May. And then I did get some fun yarny things. This I've been wanting to buy from Yarn Cafe Creations for a while. And she just finally came out with a colorway that I just couldn't say no to anymore. I've been trying to be careful with, I obviously don't need any more yarn, but look at this delicious color. This is called Old Fashioned Hard Candy. And it's a superwash merino. This is 100-gram skein, and does it say the weight on here? DK weight. So it's a really nice white skein of yarn with lots of pops of fun color. So I think this is going to be so much fun. And you guys always ask me what I make, and my standard answer is a hat because I love making hats. They're fast, they're easy, and this is just so much fun. But I'm not 100% sure yet. I think this would be really cute socks. Also, I want so badly to make socks, but they take a long time and the needles are small and I find myself kind of struggling a little bit. So I try and then sometimes I give up and I don't make it. So I don't know. We'll see. The other skein that I picked up, and I've been dying to show you guys this because it is so pretty and such fun colors. It's called Gumdrops and it's a worsted weight, and this is by the Lemonade Shop, and I mean, these colors are so much fun. I am so excited. It's absolutely beautiful, and she is actually a local shop to me, but I did purchase online because of COVID, and I think she was working on opening up a shop, but then with COVID, they ended up not being able to do that. So, but if you have a chance, go and support her yarn. She has the best colors. I think I would probably love to buy anything from her shop, honestly, but I just could not say no to this colorful skein. It is so pretty. So another fun thing that I picked up, and I've actually been wanting to get these for a little while, are these sock blockers, partially because they're absolutely beautiful and I do want them for my socks, but I sort of just want to have them hanging in my room here. I also got a sock stick measuring tape, or measuring tool, so that I can make socks. These are both from the Knitography Farm website, and if you saw my last podcast, I did the mitten class with her, and it was the Selbu mitten class. She also makes these and sells these out of her shop. She has mitten blockers. She's got different sizes of things, so she has a whole variety of different kind of die cut wood things. They're all handmade. They're hand oiled. You can tell the quality is so nice, and I was happy to be able to support her company. I felt like her class was amazing, and it was definitely worth it, and so I was really excited to get these as well. I did try and buy some of these off Amazon like several months ago. I want to say it was this summer. They came broken, which is a bummer, and I will say that I felt like they weren't as nice quality as these. These feel like better quality to me, so I'm really happy to have these, but these finally came. It definitely took a little bit of time, and she tells you that in her listing because they're handmade and all of that. She takes, great care with everything, and I think it was definitely worth the wait. They're absolutely beautiful. And then my last thing that I acquired over my holiday break here was this little skein. It's a sock bundle. This is the Fireside DK bundle. It's called Snow Much Fun, and then it also has a side of wintergreen, and I think this is wintergreen and deep freeze. And this one is the Snow Much Fun. And so this was actually the Grocery Girls bundle. So they put out different little kits every now and then, and this was their holiday bundle. It came with Tracy's hat pattern, which is super cute, a little bit of a color work in there. And then it also came with Jody's hat pattern in there as well. And so of course you can make anything you want with it, but I was really excited to have this pattern, and this yarn is really fun and pretty. And then in the package also came this Tufts soap. Tufts woolen soap. I'm sure you guys have all seen this before. This was a signature colorway that they had them make for the Grocery Girls, and it's like a cranberry. It says cranberry pucker sock soap, and it's it's so good. I can't even explain it. It smells. It's like kind of cranberry, vanilla, a little bit of sugar and sweet kind of to it. I don't know. But my first question when it came was, oh my gosh, can I use this as like soap for my body? Because it smells so good. But I can't wait to use it on some of my knits as well. And I do want to ask that because, I mean, it's just soap, right? I mean, it is wool wash. It's like a handmade soap. So I don't know. I need to do a little bit of research, but it's so good, you guys. I mean, and I think it was a signature scent for this kit, so unfortunately I don't think you can get it anymore. I also want to check that out because maybe she'll turn it into a signature scent if enough people say something, because it smells so good. And then the other two things that came in the kit, which were just cute little sides, were this little sticker, which kind of has that little kind of, I can't remember what that's called, but it changes colors basically. And then this little acrylic ornament, which is super cute too. So these were just little side bonus things. They're very cute. I love this kit. I'm so glad I decided to get it because the yarn is absolutely beautiful and this soap is to die for. I'm not kidding you guys. I'm not sure if they have any left. I will make sure to link their website below this video, so check there. All of the things that I mentioned today will be linked down there. And if they have any left, I'm sure they have them available on their website, but they are always putting out different little bundles and things. They have bags. They have all kinds of fun stuff on there. So definitely head over and check out their website because if they don't have this one anymore, I'm sure they have something fun. All right, time to announce the winners from last time and from my gift guide, because I had a ton of comments on there and I just thought you guys were so awesome. I wanted to put together something to give away for you guys who commented over there. So let's start with that. So that is going to be this fun little bundle of items, and there is a ton. I pretty much just stuffed it until I couldn't fit any more in there. This is all kinds of things. There's a bag that I made in here in one of the tutorials. There's patterns, some fabric, there's a cutting mat in here. I mean, all kinds of fun little tools, and I just packed it as full as I could, and I'm gonna give it away to one of you. So the winner for the gift guide was Karen L. And so I realize that's kind of a common name. So just email me. I replied to your comment on the post. So hopefully I can get this shipped out to one of you. So for our wool pressing mat, I have a winner for that one. And that is Marlene Zinzer. Do you guys like my super formal winning? Yeah, anyway. It is what it is. But yes, Marlene, you have won, so please email me for that and I will get the wool pressing mat out to you. So for the Apple Pops, my winner was Debbie Cortina, I think is how you say it. So please contact me, Debbie. And then for the OUTXE light, the wearable light that I showed, Anik Crass is the winner for that. So if you won, please make sure to send me an email at erica@confessionsofahomeschooler.com and I will make sure to get your prize sent out to you. I do have another wool pressing mat for giveaway for this video. So I think for the giveaway for that one, I think what I'd like to do is I have a lot of fun projects planned for 2021 for this channel, and I'm really looking forward to doing some of that, but I would love to hear what you guys would like to see as well. So for the entry for next time's podcast, leave a comment below letting me know what you'd like to see me do on this channel, whether it's some kind of quilting tutorial or sewing tutorial or just what you're interested in having me film for you guys. And leave that in your comment below. That will count as your entry for next time's giveaways. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. You can even hit that notification bell. That really helps me out a lot, and then I will know to keep making these fun videos for you. Thank you so much for joining me this time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye. What do I have for knitting? That would be helpful. My sweater. What is happening out there? And I'm sorry because I have people coming in and out of my house right now. Everyone is home. Is that all I have for knitting? Okay. Yeah, I think so. Here comes another person. In and out, in and out. Where's my zipper pouch? Here it is. It's a little bit hard to show, and I definitely don't want you to see my shorts. Scratch quilt pattern. I have fluff in my mouth. So it's called, focus Cammy, natural handmade soap. I mean, I feel like you could use it. I don't know. But it's actually, I can't talk. I've got a pile of stuff in my lap here, guys. Looks just like him. I know. That's pretty cute. What do you think, Jaxie? Jaxie, this way. There you go.